All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to DeanBodi Show. Who's the good girl? Good girl Bodie, good girl. Good girl Bodie, she's the best girl in the world. Hey, good girl Bodie, good girl. Good girl Bodie, she's the best girl in the world. Oh yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698, Bodie Hotline Fun Line. Call the Bodie line. She's waiting for you. Say your first name, where you're from. Little zippity doo-dah, little sing-along. You want to say a riddle. You want to say a joke and compete with my sidekick, Alexa, who's got the funniest one. Hey, there you go. Let's do that. And we'll make it a feature on the show. All right. DeanBodi.com is the website. We got the links on there. One will get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. The other link will get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show, YouTube channel. Let me tell you something. We're going through our intermittent fasting keto phase, trying to get keto adapted so we can fix things like inflammatory problems in the body, because we're going anti-inflammatory now. We're bathing our body in ketones rather than inflammatory things. So during that phase, I might have a couple more gout flare-ups because we're moving crystals around. That's what we're doing. We're moving them around because of the crappy way that I treated my body for way too long. Well, let's just say the body said, you know what? We're taking all this extra uric acid and these crystals that are in these little rock things, and we're going to pack them away in a little suitcase, okay? And then we're going to put them in storage because we got nowhere else to put them. And the storage happens to be little joints of the body. And every now and then, from time to time, and you start stirring things around, we're going to move around. The crystals are going to move around and go, hey, we're over here now, stabbing you in the joint. Part of the process, and that's just the way it goes, man. So the other day, I did have a flare-up, and just like me with the adrenal glands, we're checking off all the boxes, textbook, how it's supposed to go. Not everybody does textbook, but that's what I've been going through, and I'm trusting the process. Forget all the decades of the old way of thinking. We're going new thinking. We're diving deep into the research, and we're listening to people that like to think differently. But consistency and staying on it is the key. You can't just go in and out. So I'm checking my ketones. I'm doing my thing. I am in deep ketosis. I'm in the zone, okay? So we're doing it. We decided this week to graduate just a little bit. I've just been on this like the week of the December 4th, right around there. Hey, we're a newbie, but I like that. We're learning something new. We're getting rid of the old. And we got to get ourselves healthier. This is about getting your body functioning better. This is long term. As I just turned 57 years old, either my 60s, 70s, and 80s are going to be huge inflammatory decades, or we're going to have it dialed in. We're going to have the body chemistry, hormones, insulin levels, all of that stuff more dialed in and even keel. This is what you want. So I'm learning the process. And you know what? When you learn something new and you decide and you go jump in with both feet and decide you're going to be committed, it's a fun journey because you're learning. You're putting things into practice. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm in it for a year, and then we'll see where we're at. But you got to give it at least that. That being said, we're going through that. And we're finding out that, we're having the flare-ups. We're moving things around. And to be expected, And we had to go to the urgent care. And I needed to go there. I wanted to do something different. I talked to him and I said, last time we did this, the Medrol pack, and what else did we do? Indomethacin, just to get through the crisis and handle the inflammation. Because when you can't walk Bodie. And when you're going through a process, either you're going to do it and deal with the whatever you got to deal with, or don't do it. Hey, you do your thing, we'll do mine. Hey, what are you going to do? You don't like what I'm doing over here? get your own show. Like Emerald says, why do we season both sides? So both sides taste good. So look, we're going to put in the time, and we're going to come out of this thing. The adrenal glands are going to heal. The gout's going to go away, and we're going to come out the other side. And then you want to talk about a story in my journey. Well, come along for the ride. Strap in. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So we go down to the urgent care, and we're talking about what I've been through. I don't want to go through this prednisone nightmare again. That's what got me in this adrenal insufficiency situation, the high dosage. And she says, well, I told her what the other doctor did. I'm like 20 milligram in the morning, twice a day, and twice in the morning, and 20 twice at night. That's like 80. I don't have MS. And she starts kind of laughing. And she goes, no, I would do like 20 a.m., 20 p.m. for like a week and then done. Oh, yeah, but what about the weaning off process? What do we got to deal with that? What about the protocol with the food, and what about the education? They just want to just blah, blah, blah and send you on your way. Not good. So we said no to that, of course. And we found out that, hey, let's just do the shot in the tuchus, okay, of the dexamethasone. Do a shot, a little jump start, and then we'll do the Medrol pack, which is nice and it fans out through the week in case I need it, right? And the Indocin for the inflammation. And we're going to stay with the style of eating. We're going to stay in the zone and keep moving forward until we get keto adapted and our body starts to handle this thing on its own. Not fun going through it, but hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. You got to go through the fire to come out the other side. All right? So we went through all that, and it was weird because after we made the decision and we came up with that plan, the nurse came in, checked all my vitals and all that stuff, which she did first, right? And the blood pressure machine wasn't working. She did not do the stethoscope and put it around the blood pressure cuff and listen to it. She went, that's old school. She went with the new battery operated one, hit the button and let it do it like the one I got here at the house, and hers didn't work. So she checked it twice and it didn't work. It probably needed a new battery or something, but she kind of waves her hand at it like, let's not worry about the blood pressure today. And we went on with the different stuff, and she checked my oximeter, oxygen levels. I have that at home too. We did the temperature. I have that at home too. Everything but the BP. And then we did the injection. She comes in with that, and she goes, okay, well, drop trowel, she says. I'm like, oh, okay. Pull the pants down, you mean? She goes, yeah. And I did it. And we got to get the shirt out of the way and all this stuff. And it burned a little bit, but nothing major. And we got that thing going. And I said to her at the end, I was like, excuse me 1 second. Wow, how to clear that out. I said to her at the end that I really wanted to get my blood pressure taken, And she goes, oh, okay, hold on a second. She runs out, grabs a new machine, same as kind of the one she had before, hit the button, it checked it. It was a little bit higher than I wanted to, but so check it again. You should be checking it a couple times in a row. Sometimes these machines, they do their little, jolt, or the system's got to get recalibrated. You might as well do a couple checks to make sure things or whatever, or even 3, So anyway, the nurse was a little rushy, and before she gave me the injection and she dropped something, I looked at her and I said, you haven't been drinking, have you? And she says no. And I said, I'm just playing around. And we got through the whole thing. But everybody over there at Care Now, nice going. Everybody's so nice all the time. You get what you got to get. You get through the crisis and whatever. And we're finding out now with the new food and the new thing and the bulletproof coffees and cranking up the fat way up, really light on the protein and the carb, the cruciferous, all kinds of vegetables, and we're going down that road, right? So, cucumber, are you listening? Cucumber is the new ribeye. How about that? So we got cucumbers and ninjas. What I mean by the ninjas is I got my new Ninja blender, and this is the small one. I got the big one for making larger things and whatever, like make big smoothies in those, and I don't use it that much. And it's definitely more bulky to clean, but still, it's a cool blender. I've had it for years. It's a beast. So the little one comes, and this is the one where you get to blend the bulletproof coffee. You gotta blend it. You can't stir it, just stir it, because you're not breaking up the butter. When you break down the butter on the blender, you get something called micelles, which cranks up the antioxidant level, more anti-inflammatory properties, and you start tapping into more biohacking. Oh, yeah. So we got this little Ninja blender. Get the coffee in there. All you do is screw on the top, push it down, and this thing goes zzz. It's so easy to use. It looks great on the counter, and highly recommended. Nice going, Ninja. Yeah, it's probably kind of like that. Excuse me. It's kind of like that. We're clearing our throat today because we got a little bit of a sore throat. I do apologize, but bear with me. It's kind of like the magic bullet or one of those kinds of things where you put the cup and you zip it. This Ninja kicks butt. Highly recommend it. You'll love this thing. And I also got this other device that's the handheld blender, and it comes with a couple different attachments, the little electric whisk and the little smaller, even smaller one that does a little zippity-doo-dah on some other things. Very cool. I used it yesterday. I happen to have some vegan cheese, almond vegan cheese that I got. It's like a cream cheese, but it's all keto friendly. And I wanted to just try it because I had it in there, and I had some avocados. So I got the container. Check this out. Not only did I give you the nice healthy lemonade recipe, whether it's sparkling water or just regular water on the last couple of episodes, but this little cheese avocado dip that I made for celery sticks is a game changer. So I got the cream cheese, put it in the container, scooped out the 3 avocados, squeezed some lemon in there, put some nutritional yeast in there, salt, pepper, a little splash of apple cider vinegar, Bragg's with the mother. And what else did I put in there? Anything else? No, that's it. And I got the little hand blender, and I'm going up and down with the little teeny attachment, up and down the sides, swirling it around. It came all creamy, avocado-y, cream cheesy, lemony, salt and peppery, apple cider vinegary, nutritional yeasty. Put that in a nice little Tupperware and dipped a few celery sticks in that. Yumbo! Touchdown, man. Highly recommend it. Call it DeanBodi Avocado Cream Cheesy Dip. Hey, that goes great with that, with the awesome healthy lemonade. So, hey, the cucumbers and the celery is the new ribeye. Nothing wrong with the ribeyes. I'm just saying, more veggies, light on the protein. I did order some stuff from Farmer's Cart. That's the company with Ty Lopez and his partner, Alex Meir. These guys are monsters. And they got grass-fed, grass-finished meats and grass and really nice wild-caught fish and all kinds of cool stuff, man. The pasture-raised chickens and all these things. They do it right out there in the farm. It's all in the U.S. Nothing sent overseas. No antibiotics. None of that stuff. It's all dialed in. So for the first time, I'm trying them out. Well, not the first time. I did get some of their nutritional stuff some months back and some of their beef jerky. That beef jerky was awesome. And so I got a variety of things. They even have a keto box, and they got it. They know what's going on. So I'll have some stuff for the freezer, and little by little, I'm going to pull things out. I'm learning not to make too much at once now because my eating style is different. This is not the bodybuilding style, all these 8-10 meals a day. Well, right now, so we're dedicating Tuesdays and Thursdays to my intermittent fasting days. The days where I'm going to tap into the 16 to 18 hour window where you tap into what's called, and I brought this up before, autophagy. Body eats all the old cells and gets the waste out of there, replenishes it with new healthy cells, and you get that rejuvenation. But you don't tap into the autophagy unless you're up to the 16, 18 hour window until we graduate to the 20. So now we're kind of moving forward with this lifestyle, dedicating the Tuesday and Thursdays to that, 2 days a week, right? And the other days, we handle it differently. And so that's very cool as we're trying to rebuild the body from the inside out, okay? So I'm excited about the journey. It's been a painful process. And, walking Bodhi with already the problem of walking with the adrenal gland insufficiency, you add the gout, and of course it's attacking the same side, the vulnerable side. But you either can handle it or you can't and live an inflammatory lifestyle. And the next couple of decades is not going to be fun for me. So we're thinking long term and stay in the zone. That's what I'm doing. You want to try something new? Give it a shot. Hey, listen, when I was younger and this and that, when you're a kid, you can live off the ice cream, man, and candy, and you burn that stuff off like no problem. And you get into your 20s and 30s, and you're partying, you're doing your thing, and your body's rocking and rolling. No big deal. Shake off the hangover like it was like nothing. Wait till you get into the 40s and 50s, you start seeing things functioning a little differently if you're not careful. So we're trying to think about it a little differently and all that stuff. So listen, the last couple of days, or 2 to 3 days, we took a little bit of a break from the show. And I just wanted to kind of look, we say, hey, we're coming at you daily, DeanBodi, because life comes at you daily, not weekly and monthly. Remember something, we got about 200 episodes in there. Practically did before I had my adrenal issue and I had to hit the brakes. I had no choice. We did almost 200 episodes in a row. Pretty close. So we are coming at you daily because you can listen to these things and all the episodes are right there. The videos are on there as well. On a daily. You can rewind them and listen to multiple times a day. So we can be coming at you multiple times a day because life comes at you all day. So listen, the Dean Bodsters, as we're calling you, when we get the merchandise, I don't know if I'm going to go with Dean Bodsters or Bodsters because Bodhi is the fuel. Bodhi's the muse. But it's DeanBodi Show, Dean Bodsters, on a shirt, on some mugs, on some whatever. We're going to figure some things out. You want to call the line or leave an email on the website, DeanBodi.com, with a suggestion, with the name. That's what we want to hear from the fans. So make your suggestion, and we'll see which one wins, and we'll make that the kind of logo. I think it should match the name of the show. That makes sense. But it's still kind of nicknamey, the Bodsters. Right? And then that could be on the back, or in the front can be DeanBodi Show, and they'll make the connection, the Bodsters, or Bodsters by itself. I don't like the word "the," really. It's kind of a filler. It's cleaner without it. Bodsters, Dean Bodsters. We'll figure it out together, okay? We'll have some fun with that, and we're having a great time doing the show. So cucumber's the new ribeye. Oh, yeah. Cucumbers, celery, because these types of things alkalize the body. That's why this is important, and making all these cool changes. And thank God it's stuff that I love to eat anyway. I've always been a big salad eater and all these things, and I love all kinds of veggies. And not all the veggies are friendly, and you're learning that detail too. But, you figure things out as you go. And let's see what's going on over here, DeanBodi Show. There's so many things I have to talk about But, we'll see what's happening. We don't want to shortchange anybody. DeanBodi Show. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a glorious day. Plenty of sunshine coming our way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Yada-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Oh, toilet gels. Okay. Toilet gels. And hey, my fake bananas fake me out. How funny is that? And, oh man, wow. And all that kind of fun stuff. There's a little Kerrygold butter story. And my new Ninja blender, we talked about that. Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home. We got down to the gate and I was dreaming of the nights. Would it turn out right? I will tell you, girl, I want to build my world around you. Maybe that is true. I want to make you understand we're talking about a lifetime plan. Oh man, a Little River Band, Reminiscing. That was in my head, man. How cool is that song? Get the Little River Band's greatest hits, Run, Don't Walk. You'll love it, and you'll be playing it over and over again, for sure. So listen, I like the toilet gels, man. The little toilet gel's a great invention. You get these things, you push it up the inside of the toilet, if you're from Jersey, and it sticks to the side, and every time you flush, the water travels over the little gel, freshens up and deodorizes your little toilet area there, and it's a nice thing, and you can just replace them, and these little gels stick to the side. Pretty cool invention, and just wanted to share that little toilet gel story with you. I've been using them for years. Nice going, toilet gels, the scrubbing bubbles. You guys are the bomb. Man, let me tell you, this Kerrygold butter story is pretty funny, and, the fake bananas that I got, because I had the story of when the bananas start getting brown, and I'm not even doing those anymore because of the sugar content. I was putting them in the freezer to use them as frozen bananas in my smoothies. Not anymore. So I said, you know what? We can't leave a naked banana hanger just sitting there all by its lonesome with no bananas on it. You can't use it for anything else. So we got fake bananas. And yesterday I looked at them. I was going to grab one, like I was going to eat it. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're fake. So my fake bananas faked me out. Hey, Millie!
Yeah! Did you hear what he said about the fake bananas faking him out? That's too funny. I know, that's crazy. He was going to eat a fake banana, but then he realized it was fake. Oh my gosh, DeanBodi, that's funny.
So watch out for the fake bananas. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing that from time to time until finally you retrain your brain that they're not real. Oh yeah! So listen, this Kerrygold butter, turns out it's grass-fed butter, right? This is one of these Irish butters from Ireland. And I'm using the grass-fed butter for the bulletproof coffee, and that's where you want to go. And I'm watching this YouTube thing, and I find all these things as I go down the deep dive in the rabbit hole. This guy starts talking about Kerrygold and how it's kind of grass-fed most of the way. They have a picture of a cow eating the grass, and then it gets to the end of the process, and sounds like they start feeding it some grains and all this stuff and everything else. So I have an alarm going off on my other phone, so just excuse me 1 second. Wow, look at that. How do you like that? You never know what's going to happen when you have other things set and other alarms going, and we had something set there. Too funny and all that crazy stuff, and we're back. Hey, that was fun. And I hope you heard me on the audio, because I got away from the video for a bit, but that's kind of cool. We like the rough edges over here, DeanBodi, right? Life isn't perfect. You roll with the flow. We don't no editing on this. We're going to leave it all in there. We go over here, sit in the chair, we flip the mic, we go A to Z, we put it in the can. So the Kerrygold butter, this guy's on YouTube talking about how it starts off grass-fed, and they have a picture of a cow eating the grass But supposedly, where it's made, they also give them grains and some things, or corn towards the end. And this guy was stomping all over it. I'm like, wow. I had a Kerrygold butter in my fridge, and I tossed it. So then I see a video of Mr. Asprey from Bulletproof, and he's at Whole Foods. And he's showing us how he's making his coffee, kind of cowboy coffee style, when you don't have everything with you. But he got a big cup of hot water. He got a regular cup, an extra one from Whole Foods. And he brought his own Bulletproof coffee with him, and also his MCT oil. And he ended up getting the grass-fed butter from Whole Foods while he was there. Guess which one that he used? Kerrygold. And I'm like, oh, well, he thinks it's okay. So look, most of the time when it says grass-fed, it's pretty much dialed in when you're using it. So maybe this guy kind of jumped the gun on YouTube, and some people are always trying to, make a little noise to get more views or whatever. But there's always another better product. I got another one too called Truly Grass-Fed. Anyway, it turned out that it was kind of funny because the Bulletproof guy was using Kerrygold. Well, there you have it. That's the Kerrygold story. But the way he was making this coffee, he put the coffee in the hot water, and then he starts tapping it on the table, pushing the grounds down with the spoon, as the idea is to let the grounds settle to the bottom. It takes about 4 minutes. Like I made it in the French press today. It was kind of a very French pressy technique without the French press. Takes time. And then when it all settles down, and you can see kind of the froth coming up to the top, you take that, pour that into the other cup, leave all those old grounds in there, right? And then you take your tumbler, okay, and let the new cup with the less amount of grounds sit around for a little while, as that gets another more time to settle even a little bit more. You might get a little bit of some crystals in your new coffee, but basically what he said was, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. Meaning, in a pinch, it works. So, gets his tumbler, puts the big couple hunks of grass-fed butter in there, puts his MCT oil in there, and gets the last cup after that settles down, pours that in his tumbler, shakes up the tumbler, gets it all melted and dialed in. It's not the blender, but that's the next best thing. Nice going! So that was pretty crazy, man. And always a way to get it done. When what it is, it's inspiring. There's always a way to do it to keep you on track. And you got to appreciate, don't let things sidetrack you. Don't let things distract you and get you off of your commitment. I love it. The Mr. Olympia show was just here, and I'm watching some of these guys. The discipline is way over the top. I've been a huge fan of bodybuilding my whole life. And this one guy, I think he won the 212-pound, not sure, I forget which category, one of the things. But this is his second win in the row. I think it's Brumfeld, I think is his name. But he talked about how this year he shut off all social media, just focused on himself, and really got committed. The guy looked way more phenomenal this year than he did last year. He won it again, but the commitment and getting yourself into the zone is what's inspiring. I mean, this is like major commitment. So whether you're doing keto, whether you're trying to get yourself healthier, or you're doing some kind of new plan for yourself mentally, physically, whatever it is, you want to read one book a week, you want to meditation, don't react to things so much and let yourself get all stressed out over everything. I had to remind myself today as Bodhi and I went for one of our walks early today as the sun was coming up. It was great. And, she got to do her business. It was nice and cool out. And as I was walking, and you see all these piles of poop all over the different neighborhoods, nobody's picking them up. I'm letting it get to me, and certain things get to me that I really shouldn't allow that to penetrate so much, because it just cranks up the stress. Stress is not good. So not reacting, I wanted to practice at that. I said some prayers today. I'm being more grateful and more thankful for what's going on. The world's kind of a crazy place. There's so much to be aggravated about, but how you react to it is what it really comes down to. And when you don't react, you connect to the light. That's how it works. So I'm trying to be better today at that. And I recommend that you do it too, as you're making your healthy lemonade and all that stuff and all that cool little avocado cream cheesy dip that I gave you today. 2 beautiful nuggets coming your way that are super healthy. And so I'm excited about this kinds of stuff that's going on. And I know there's more stuff here I wanted to talk about. Don't tighten the ghee. Oh my gosh. Man, cucumber, celery, potassium citrate alkalinizes the body. That's why we're doing those. Alkaline better, acidic worse. Really simple. But anyways, when I'm saying don't tighten the ghee, I have this bulletproof grass-fed ghee. This stuff is the bomb. You can cook with it. You drop some of that in your coffee too. It's just clarified butter. It's to another level. So it comes in this jar, but the way the lid screws on, it's kind of a vacuum kind of sucking lid. I couldn't open the jar the other day. Yeah, I know I've lost some strength and I'm feeling a little bit weaker than before, but I really got to the point where I couldn't open the jar. I'm like saying out loud in the house as Bodi's staring me down, "Are you kidding me?" So I kept at it. I kept going for it. It took about 3 times and I finally got it unlocked. And I said, holy moly. So when I got done with it, I tightened it back. Not so tight this time, but tight enough. And I said to myself, don't tighten the ghee. So we had to watch that a little bit because I was like, I almost couldn't use it because it was on so tight. Anyway, what are you going to do? She's the good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Yeah, the good girl, Bodi. Yeah, the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Bodi Hotline Fun Line. Make your recommendations. Call Bodi and tell her what you think should be on the shirt. You like Dean Boatsters? You like Boatsters? You want to come up with something else that ties the name in or something that flows and, easy to say and, something that'll look good on some merch. All right? You got the links on there on the website, DeanBodi.com. One will get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. The social will get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi Show. YouTube channel. Let me tell you, that's what's going on over here, man. And Little River Band, highly recommended. Let's wrap things up with my sidekick. Hey, Alexa, what's the joke of the day?
Today I have a Marvel joke. Why do Marvel fans like Taylor Swift? Because she loves to sing about her X-Men.
Oh, good one. Why do Marvel fans like Taylor Swift? Because she likes to sing about her X-Men. All right, that was one of her better ones, I gotta admit, man. Nice going, Alexa. Nice going. Listen, make it a great rest of your day, and we might be bobbing and weaving through. If I miss an episode here and there, I'm going through this healing stuff. I'm finding my energy, but we're going to be coming at you the best we can. Hey, listen, go back and check out some of the older episodes on the YouTube channel, some of the old podcast episodes. Enjoy. Keep on. We're going to be trying our best. We're coming at you daily, but you can listen daily, multiple times daily. Remember that. You can rewind the same one, listen to that 4 or 5 times in the same day, and just kind of bathe yourself in DeanBodi Show. How's that sound? Have an awesome day. We will catch you. We're coming at you. Don't forget to click the like. If you like what's going on over here, consider subscribing, okay? And a nice 5-star rating and review on the podcast would be awesome if you got a minute for the holidays. Give that algorithm a good sock on the you-know-who and blast us into the universe. Share it with a friend. And don't forget to ring that notification bell on the YouTube channel so you get reminders. You don't miss any of these shows. You don't want to miss any of these shows. Why? Because these are real shows. Coming at you daily, DeanBodi, because life comes at you daily, not weekly and monthly. We're bobbing and weaving. We're trying to keep it tight. Listen to us daily, nightly, first thing in the morning, on your way to work, on your way to school, while you're walking around the neighborhood. We got your back, DeanBodi. Have an awesome day. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah.